Well, hello, everybody. How's everybody doing? Oh my gosh, I missed you guys so much. Hello. Give me a thumbs up, roses, flowers. Let me know that you can hear me. It's been a long time since I've done a live podcast here on Megan, Duchess of Advocacy World Podcast. Yay, we are in the house. What's up, Success Squad? Happy Sunday to everybody. I know where I am at. It is a beautiful Sunday. Beautiful. Again, give me thumbs up, roses, flowers, champagne bottles, any avatar that is positive to let me know that you can hear me. I am working with a new stream, so I'm not really too familiar with this stream. I guess I should have practiced before I went live, huh? Yes, I'm looking into the chat right now. And I see the dedicated squatties are in the building. And that is all I need. Please believe me when I say that is all I need. The dedicated squad. Of course, squatties are welcome. Yes, it's been a long time. I think the last time I did a live podcast, I think I had to let you guys know that I was actually in a car accident. So what I've been doing is just spending time, recovering, and there's just been a lot of stuff going on. I'm getting ready to drink some water. I thought I would go ahead and do a live podcast. If this is the first time that you're joining us here on this channel, Megan, Duchess of Advocacy channel, I just want you to know that, this channel here, it's a pro Duke and Duchess of Sussex channel. Here we absolutely love Harry and Meghan in the fam. And when we have live podcasts, we tend to title these live podcasts Sussex Talk. Okay, so I don't want anybody to be confused. The YouTube channel is called Megan, Duchess of Advocacy. But when we do our live podcasts, we title our live podcast Sussex Talk. And what we do during these live podcasts is we talk about our faves, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Harry and Meg, Has and Megs. And of course, we talk about the fam as well. Excuse me. So how you guys been doing in the world of Sussex? I mean, there's been a lot going on, huh? A lot going on in the world of Sussex. But the reason why there's a lot going on in the world of Sussex is because our faves, they actually work. Yes, they actually work. But before I get into that, I just want to talk to the fam at this time to get reacquainted with you guys. I missed you guys. I really did. I've been active on social media, though. I have. I've been active on X, and I have been active on Instagram. Got to keep up. But it's good to see you guys, too. It really is. And I hope you guys are having a lovely, blessed day. Again, if this is the first time that you're joining us here at Megan, Duchess of Advocacy podcast here on YouTube. I am your host, Special K Thoughts, aka Special K, better known in the world of X, formerly known as Twitter. And like I said previously, here on this channel, we are pro Meghan and Harry fans. We are fanatical about these two. Like, we really are, right? We're fanatical about these two. And here at this channel, there are no fence riders. No ma'am, no sir. No way, no how. No fence riders. We don't do both sides here. Sorry. We don't do both sides. We don't like them other royals. We don't. We don't. No. Sorry. We don't like Fred and Gladys. Nope. We don't like Wank. We don't like Mummalina. Okay, we don't like Baldylocks. We don't like the Macbeths. They just pet names. They just pet names, right? Fam, right? Sex Squad. They just pet names. You know, we don't like sausage fingers. We don't like Calcula. Oh my goodness. And Prince Andrew, we don't like him. And yes, we're going to call him Prince Andrew on this channel because he's still a prince. Don't let them fool you, gaslight you. Prince Andrew is still a prince. He is still in the line of succession. He is a prince. Prince Andrew. That nasty nonce. Prince Andrew. Prince Andrew. But you get what I'm saying. We don't like them other royals. We're not monarchists. And, you know, we can't stand royal reporters. We don't like none of them people either. Out here where I live, you know, there's still a lot of pollen in the air. But no, we don't like them royal reporters. And we'll be talking about, they're not even reporters, right? They're like royal gossip groupies that lie all the time. Liars. They lie all the time. Lie. Been gaslighting the UK people for years about Harry and Meghan. Talk about how hated they are. And Australia was like, no. Right, squaddies? Australia was like, no. We love Harry and Meghan. But anyway, if that is your cup of tea, please stay. And if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Go ahead. But if that is not your cup of tea, then please exit to the left. Please go. Bye. Adios. Okay. I do this because of my love for Harry and Meghan. I don't care how many views I get. I can care less. I do it out of the love that I have for Harry and Meghan. So again, if you're not down for what I just said, then exit to the left. Bye. Bless y'all backs. All right. Now that I've got that out the way. Oh, let me see if I can work this. Let's see if I can actually upload my slides here. Lord help me. Let's see. So how you guys been doing? I'm reading what you guys are talking about in the chat. You guys been doing okay? You guys been maintaining your mental health? You know, it's not easy out here in these Sussex streets. You know, it's not easy being a Prince Harry and Meghan fan. All right. Let me act like I know what I'm doing here. Okay. Okay, I got that. Susie Q, I see you. Hey, Miss Lydia. How are you doing? It's good to see you. Oh goodness, oh my gosh, is that my slides? Is that my slides? Hey, Miss Joan, how are you? Mina Roof. What's up? Mrs. Clutch Success, what's up? I love that username. Hey, Miss Gwen. Well, I'm glad you were able to catch us live today. Bright Eyes, what's going on? What's up? What's up? I don't want to miss anybody. So if you're not in the chat and you're just listening, welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Sussex Talk. Veronica, how are you? All right, squaddies, let's go ahead and get started. We got a lot to talk about. I mean, there's just been so much going on, right, guys? I mean, there's just been so much going on. But one thing that I definitely will say is that I am so proud of these two. I really, really am. And, you know, it's obvious to me that they are blessed and highly favored. Right? They are blessed and highly favored, and they continue to walk the path that they're supposed to walk, right? How are you? Is it Miss Gillian? I'm not really good with names. But good afternoon to you. Okay? And thank you for joining us. All right, guys. So, Sussex Talk. Here we go. You see on your screens, if you're watching, you know, on your laptops or your smartphones, or maybe even your smart TV, on YouTube channel. The title of this live podcast is called Harry. Harry! Prince Harry. Prince Harry. He is a natural born leader. Isn't he, guys? Prince Harry is a natural born leader. And he gets it from his mama. Okay? He gets it from his mama. I just love Prince Harry. I just love him, love him, love him. All right, let me go ahead and put my glasses on. Hope you guys didn't hear all that. You probably did. Let me take off my headphones real quick so I can put my glasses on. All right. And Miss Jones said, and he's fine too. Is it me, or has anybody else noticed the pep in Prince Harry's step. I mean, he is so confident, right? I mean, just the way this man is walking and his shoulders are broad and high, and I mean, he got that PIMP stat. You understand what I'm saying? All right. First slide, listening, learning, and taking action for mental wellness. All right. So I've said it before and I'll say it again. Um, please always check out Sussex.com. It's a really good website that is ran by the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. And Sussex.com, it definitely features Arts World Philanthropies. And they always, have the most updated information about these two and what they're doing, what they're up to, and the charities and the nonprofits that they are supporting. Okay. And I go on it periodically, and I just love going on it because I love looking at the pictures of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. But listening, learning, and taking action for mental wellness. We all know that mental health wellness is a very, very important subject for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Okay. They campaign on mental health. They are often invited to speak at different nonprofit organizations about mental health. And what I love about these two is the fact that, they do not shy away from speaking about their own experiences when it comes to mental health. Okay. And not only do they talk about their own experiences, and not only do they advocate in regards to mental health, but they put their money where their mouth is when it comes to mental health as well. Probably one of the most important things that I love that the Duke and Duchess of Sussex are doing in regards to mental health is that they are working with young people. Okay, they are empowering young people when it comes to their own mental health journeys. Okay, so right now I am on the Sussex website, and I'll just read very, very briefly in regards to the subject matter at hand. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex began the day with a deeply meaningful cultural experience on Melbourne's Yarra River, joining the Curry Heritage Trust for what? Oh, wait, we run it back. I'm sorry. I'm reading from the wrong thing. Disregard everything I just said. My bad. Like I said, it's been a minute since I've done a live podcast. Let's see. Let me go back. My bad. So, leading with humanity in. Hold on. I'm still wrong. Hold on, guys. My bad. Let me go back to the previous slide. Okay. Hold on. Oh, I see what I did. All right. Don't worry. I'm still here. You guys know how I do sometimes. Sometimes I get all jumbled up. But like I was saying, what I love about these two is the fact that they put their money where their mouth is when it comes to mental health, right? They talk about their own shared mental health experiences. Oh my goodness. What are you guys talking about in the chat? Light skinned Harry. I don't know if you guys wanted me to highlight this comment, but I had to anyway. Okay. I had to anyway. See, that's what I love about squatties, right? That's what I love about squatties. It's like squatties have no filter. Okay. Squatties have absolutely no filter. Okay. Which is awesome. But anyway, back to the lecture at hand. Um, this subject that you see before you, listening, learning, and taking action for mental health awareness. This is in regards to Prince Harry and Meghan's trip while they were in Australia, right? What had happened was I had uploaded the wrong picture. Okay, that's what had happened. All right, I had uploaded the wrong picture. So this picture right here, just pretend that this picture is supposed to be Prince Harry and Meghan in Australia. And Meghan has on the long brown jacket, and Prince Harry's got the light blue shirt on. Okay. I know that's a stretch, but it is what it is at this point. Okay. So, listening, learning, and taking action for mental wellness. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex began the day with a deeply meaningful culture. This is when they went on their walk. Okay. Experience on Melbourne's Yarra River. Okay. And they were joined by the Kure Heritage Trust. Right. And this guided tour, okay, it was historical. It really honestly was an historical walk. But this is the type of walk, I guess it's like an open park, right, where Australians can go and they can go on this guided tour, and it traces more than 60,000 years of Aboriginal history. Okay, I mean, and I thought that was awesome when they went out on that walk. I really, really did. But I kind of messed this up because I got the wrong pictures. So bad. It's the wrong picture. Oops. Um, but I'm pretty sure that you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. All right. Okay. So let's get back on the right foot here. So Prince Harry, right? Prince Harry. What more can I say about this guy? Except just give him all the love in the world that we can give him. Um, he is truly his mother's son, right? He really, really is. Um, when news came out that Prince Harry was in Ukraine, um, I'm pretty sure to the majority of the squaddies, we're not surprised, right? Because one thing about Prince Harry, when he says that he's coming back, he's coming back, right? It's not going to be like just a one-time thing for him. I truly believe in my heart of hearts, right, that Ukraine is Prince Harry's second adopted country. What do you guys think in the chat? Right? Ukraine is Prince Harry's second adopted country. I mean, he has really adopted Ukraine, and he has really dedicated himself to Ukraine, as he should. And I mean, it was really monumental, guys, for Ukraine to be able to send a team to the Invictus Games. Think about that. Think about how monumental that was. This is a country that is dealing with war right now. Ukraine is at war with Russia, and they managed to send, a team to the Invictus Games to participate. So it makes sense to me why Prince Harry is in Ukraine a lot. Why this would be his second trip, because there are a lot of soldiers that are fighting in the war with Russia, and there are a lot of soldiers that are getting hurt. They're getting their limbs blown off. You got a lot of soldiers who are dealing with TBIs. You got a lot of soldiers who are dealing with post-traumatic stress disorder. And so, these soldiers are definitely going to need services. And that's exactly what the Invictus Games Foundation does, right? It provides services, rehabilitation services, mental health services. It helps soldiers get access to, getting their limbs, replaced with anesthetics. And so, again, I'm not surprised at all to see Prince Harry arrive in Ukraine and visit, the city of Kyiv. Not surprised at all. And we love him for it. So there is a picture right there of him arriving. There's another picture of him shaking everyone's hand. And can you imagine secrecy that had to be held around this trip? And the trust that they had people to keep this trip a secret. You know what I'm saying? I bet Megan was on pins and needles at home. She was. She was. Like, are they going to keep this a secret? All the handlers and the people who were in charge of security and the people that knew that he was going to come on the train, and then the people he met and greeted. Was everybody going to be able to keep tight-lipped about Prince Harry arriving in Ukraine? And especially the royal gossip hat that he invited with him to accompany him. We'll talk about that later on down the road. But whoo, I know our girl, couldn't sleep. I'm pretty sure that she could not sleep, knowing that her was on this trip. Like, wow. All right, I'm getting ready to take another drink of water. Let's see. Getting ready to go back to the Sussex.com website real quick. Let's see. All right, so day one, we all know Prince Harry. He arrived in Kyiv. And as you see on your screen, he's right there, shaking the people's hands. Look at that. Again, Ukraine is definitely an adopted country for Prince Harry. He really is. Look at that. He's greeting the people. And if you look at the picture on your right, that's what I mean by Prince Harry. I mean, look at that man. That is a confident man. That is a man that's like, you know what? I'm Prince Harry, and I'm going to do what I want to do when it comes to helping the people. When it comes to helping the people and speaking up for the people. He is truly a global prince. He is truly, and I'm talking about Prince Harry, a global humanitarian. He is truly a global ambassador. He really is, right? He is fit for the job. Okay, he really truly is. Yes, Mrs. Clutch. Absolutely. Okay. Mrs. Clutch says H&M. are truly global ambassadors, and they really, really are. You know, they were, both of them, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, they were born to do this. I just love that picture on the right. All right, moving on. So Prince Harry, he did a lot in Ukraine, right, guys? He did a lot. A lot. One thing about Prince Harry and Meghan, these business trips and these humanitarian trips that they do are packed full, right? I mean, they do a lot of activities. And, Prince Harry, he did a lot in Ukraine. I mean, a lot. I mean, there are still pictures coming out about the different activities that he did while he was in Ukraine. And it's like, man, this man works. Right? This man works. This is a working royal. And we will talk about that later on. But as you see on your screen, okay, Prince Harry, I mean, he really honestly had a triumphant return to Ukraine. And one of the things that he did was, he spoke. Okay, he spoke because he was asked to speak. And that's exactly what he did. So Prince Harry's triumphant return to Ukraine, addressing the forum, the Duke spoke of the clarity he feels each time he returns to Ukraine, a clarity about what is at stake and who is carrying the burden. Okay. His remarks center not on abstract geopolitics, but on people, those defending the country, those sustaining communities, and those rebuilding lives under extraordinary pressure. Okay. And he is so right about that. Extraordinary pressure. The people of Ukraine, they are dealing with war. They're dealing with war every day. Okay. And I love the speech that Prince Harry gave. And the speech that I'm talking about for clarity reasons, because I'm kind of rambling here, is that, Prince Harry, he joined global leaders, policymakers, okay, at the Kyiv Forum. Okay. Kyiv Security Forum is one of Eastern Europe's most significant platforms for dialogue, resilience, and the future of Euro-Atlantic communities. All right. This is a big deal, guys. This is a big deal. Okay. They didn't Prince Harry because he's a prince. Oops. No. They because he is Harry Soldier. He is Harry, Mr. Invictus. Okay. They invited Harry because they wanted Harry. All right. They can go on and on and on and on and on and on about the titles all they want. Okay. But, they're not inviting Wank, and he's a prince. Is it Wank, the heir to the throne? But they're not inviting him. Is Church Nelly in the house? And I see her name. Church Nelly, are you in the house? I see you. Hi, Church Nelly. Good to see you, sis. But like I was saying, it's a big deal. Okay? This is a big deal. These global leaders, these policymakers, these veterans, they're inviting Prince Harry because of the man that he is. Okay? Because of the soldier that he once was. And he still is. He is a man with intentional purpose, continues to service the veteran community. Doesn't matter if the veteran community is at war or not at war. The veteran community can be in active war. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. The veteran community, the veterans that he's serving, and even the current soldiers that he is serving, I mean, active soldiers that he's serving, they can be actively participating in war right now as we speak. And Prince Harry is going to make sure that those soldiers are getting the services that they need. Okay. But yeah, I mean, when you sit back, and I can go on and on and on, but when you sit back and think about what Prince Harry is doing, I mean, this is huge. It's a big deal, guys. It's a big deal. It's huge. Okay, maybe I'm getting all giddy about it because I'm a veteran myself. But it's this is huge. You have a prince whose father is a monarch, a current monarch that actually visited a country that is at war. He placed himself in harm's way because he wanted to make sure that the soldiers that are actively participating in war, and then veterans that have participated in war, but need services, he wants to make sure personally that they're getting the services that they need. And that is why, one of the reasons why Prince Harry is getting invited to speak at key security forum. All right. And like I said previously, he addressed the forum by letting everybody know what's at stake and who is carrying the burden. We can't forget who is carrying the burden, right? We can't. And, the prince, he reflected on Ukraine's endurance and leadership in the face of sustained aggression, describing a nation that has not only held line, but adapted and innovated in real time. Okay. The 3 R's, let's not forget the 3 R's. Okay. The 3 R's are recovery, reintegration, and resilience. They need to make that into a t-shirt. They really, really do. They need to make that into a t-shirt. 3 R's: recovery, reintegration, and resilience. All right. For those of you who are just now joining us, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you like what you hear so far. All right. So again, Prince Harry has a huge platform, and there are global leaders that want to be a part of his platform, right? There are global leaders that definitely want to support Prince Harry, and they have no problems inviting him and wanting him to have a seat at their table, right? Because Prince Harry is the man. Right, guys? It is what it is. He is the man. Okay? And they know that he is genuine about supporting the military community. They know he's genuine about this. Okay? They know it. They know it. They know that he's genuine about servicing the military community and, being there for those veterans who put their bodies on the line, like literally put their bodies on the line, and they suffered huge consequences for doing that. Okay. This picture right here, you see Prince Harry. He is seated with okay, I got it right here. So as you see in the picture right here, Prince Harry, he is sitting between the former Prime Minister of Ukraine and the former President of Poland. I mean, that is huge. I dare not try to say their names. Okay, but he's having conversations with the former Prime Minister of Ukraine and the former President of Poland. All right, and these are the global leaders that were in attendance. Next slide. Look at that. Look at all that brass. Right? Look at all that brass. Huge. All right, next slide. Give me a thumbs up. Give me roses. Let me know that you can still hear me. Okay. Because sometimes my connection be a little janky. All right. So this picture right here, another important picture. Okay. And it just goes to show respect that Prince Harry has, the person that you see that Prince Harry is standing next to and having conversations with, he is actually an admiral. Okay, his name is Admiral, I want to say Giuseppe. Okay, and he is actually the NATO CMC. That is huge. Okay, he is actually the current NATO commander. All right, the current NATO commander. Okay, again, this goes to show the respect that Prince Harry has. Okay, this man is respected by very, very powerful, influential people. Okay, people who are in positions of world power. Okay, again, I'm getting giddy again. I'm getting giddy again. I'm getting excited again. Okay. I mean, we have to really sit back and understand the significance of this situation when it comes to Prince Harry. Okay, that's why they're so mad. That's why they're so mad. That's why they're so mad. Okay, that's why they're so angry and incandescent with rage. Okay, that's why they come at this man constantly every freaking day, because they don't want to see Prince Harry in this position. Okay, they don't want to see it. They want to see wank in this picture. Okay, that's why they're so mad and angry. All right, keep in mind, Prince Harry was invited to come speak at this forum. Okay. He was invited on his own merit. He wasn't invited because he represents a government. He wasn't invited because he represents a hereditary government that he did not earn, a position that he did not earn. Okay. He was invited by these global leaders And these dignitaries, these world dignitaries, the man that you see in that picture right there, what did I just say? What did I say? What did I say? What did I say? What did I say? The man that you see in this picture right here, he is an admiral. He is the NATO commander. NATO. 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 Okay. Prince Harry was invited because of the man, because of the person that he is and what he has accomplished in his life on his own. Everything that Prince Harry has done in his life, he has accomplished on his own. Yeah, I know people will say, well, the Royal Foundation had to start the Invictus. That idea was his idea. And Prince Harry will be the first person to let you know that he was inspired. He got the idea from the Warrior Games. He'll tell you that straight up. Okay, he went to the Warrior Games, and that's what inspired him to start the Invictus Games. But please believe me when I tell you. Please believe me when I tell you that when Prince Harry brought his idea to the royal family, the Royal Foundation, I guarantee you they didn't have his back all the way. I guarantee you 85% of the startup was because of him. Okay. Now, since he has left the firm, what has happened with the Invictus Games? It has gotten bigger, right? Now, of course, the haters and the naysayers are going to tell you, no, that's not true. Absolutely not. Yada, 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 blah, 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 blah. But we all know it's lies, lies, lies. Because that's all. Let me tell you something. If the Invictus Games was crashing and burning, why would they want Wank to take it over if it was crashing and burning? They would just let crash and burn, right? Right? There you go. The reason why they are gunning for the Invictus Games is because that's how successful it is. All right, let me move on. All right, another great, wonderful, beautiful picture. I believe that is Prince Harry with the Ukraine Invictus team. You know, guys, 2027 is going to be here pretty soon, right? It's going to be here soon, and we all know it's going to be held in Birmingham. I just hope that they're respectful. I just hope and pray that they're respectful to the veterans. And there you go. Right? Birmingham 2027. Invictus Games. So Prince Harry he'll be back in the UK, right? I believe in July to mark, 1 year to go until the Invictus Games. Hello, fancy. How are you? Thank you for joining us. Oops, I clicked the wrong one. My bad. Hello, fancy. Thank you for joining us. And for those of you who, excuse me, for those of you who are just now joining us, and if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And I'm going to need everybody to hit the thumbs up button. Hold on, I'll be right back. I got to get my battery. All right, sorry about that, guys. I didn't realize that my battery was going low on my laptop. I mean, that would have been horrible, right? That would have been a horrible thing if the my laptop just all went zoop because of the battery. All right, let me get my headphones back on. So this picture right here, this is what I'm talking about when it comes to dignitaries, right? Oops, let me get back here real quick. On what I'm doing right, man. American squatties, I love you guys. I love all squatties from all across the world because we are an international squad. Right? But American squatties, Jesus. My X feed is past ridiculous with the foolishness that is going on here in this country. Okay? I hate veering off to the left, but you guys know how I do, right? Veer off to the left. But my God, my X page is just, it's just really is trash. I mean, you guys know what situation I'm talking about. And you know, it's crazy because I'm noticing a lot of people, even people who used to be MAGA supporters, insinuating that this whole thing is staged. I don't know. You let me know what you think in the chat. Is this recent incident that's going on here in the United States of America? What you guys think? Anyway, back to the subject at hand. All right, so the picture that you see right here, and you know what this person wrote, posted. Actually, there was some controversy behind what this person posted. But again, it just goes to show you the global respect that Prince Harry has. Okay, so this is the prime minister. This is the current prime minister. Okay, you know, again, people that are in positions of power, world leaders. Okay, Prime Minister of Ukraine. She posted this picture on X, and this is what she said. It is always a pleasure to welcome Prince Harry to Kyiv. I am deeply moved by the warmth with which Prince Harry speaks about our people, those he meets here in Ukraine and around the world through the Invictus Games. Thank you, Your Royal Highness, for your consistent support for Ukraine service members and our veterans. It means a lot to us to have such a true friend of Ukraine. And you know the derangers were deranging, right? You know, you know the derangers were deranging. Now I'm wondering if she said, Your Royal Highness, was that intentional? Was that purposeful? You guys understand what I'm saying? Is she aware of the politics behind the HRH? Because if she is, cheers to you, ma'am. Cheers to you. All right, so I'm back in the chat. And yeah. Mm-hmm. 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 I see some say fake news. Mm-hmm. what I'm doing right now, for those of you who are listening, I'm just reading some comments, just reading some comments in regards, the updated shenanigans that are going on here in the United States of America. Just some squatties are letting me know what their feelings are. I see some say fake news. Some say the orange man needs to be flushed down the toilet. Let's see. Another person says, I said it earlier. It was staged. He wants his ballroom. Another person feels that it was staged. That whole situation is just weird to me. I just know I busted out laughing when they zoomed in on Trump and the Secret Service goes over to him and I guess grabs him and he starts to run or walk fast, right? I guess walk fast. And you guys noticed that he fell. I want to make it perfectly clear. I am an American through and through and through, obviously, and I have served this country. And I absolutely can't stand Trump, right? But honestly, I would not want to see anything happen to the president of the United States. And I'm being dead serious about that, right? I would not want to see nothing like that happen. But I just thought it was funny as hell when they grabbed him and he looked like he was about to run or walk fast and that man fell. And I'm still trying to figure out, why did they take the vice president out of that area first before they did the president? That just didn't make any sense to me. Sorry. That doesn't make any sense. It seemed like the first person that they should have grabbed should be the president of the United States and his wife. But no, that wasn't the first person that they grabbed. The first person that they grabbed was the vice president of the United States. Okay. Anyway. All right, back to the lecture at hand. So the picture that you see in front of you, I mean, we all know who this person is. We love this person. Obviously, Prince Harry loves this person as well. I'm gonna try to say her name. But she fought in the war, the Ukraine war, and she was actually a medic. Okay. And it's obvious that she and Prince Harry, along with Meghan, have developed a very, very close friendship. And you could tell that her fighting in the war has taken a toll on her. And I'm talking about the Ukraine, has taken a toll on her. Like I said, she was a medic. And one of the reasons why her story is so powerful is the fact that she was actually a prisoner of war. Yeah. She was actually a prisoner of war. Yes, she was captured. Captured, guys. Captured by the Russian army. Okay. And held hostage. Yes. Held hostage by the Russian army. And I'm pretty sure that she has a story to tell. Okay. I guarantee it that she has a story to tell. And it's good to see that that she's still living her life. And I was happy, to be honest, I was really happy to see her in her uniform. Okay. I was really, really happy to see her in her uniform. Um, this young lady's name, she spells it Paevs. Okay. And she was my bad. She was featured um in the Invictus Games documentary on Netflix. If you have not seen that, please watch that on Netflix. It's really, 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 really good. But I'm not gonna read everything that she posted on X. But you know, overall, she's saying that she sees Prince Harry as her fellow brother. Okay, her fellow brother in arms. And she goes on to talk about uh you know the different stories of the paramedics that actually fought in the war of Ukraine. And I bet those guys have a story to tell, right? I bet they have a story to tell as well. But she basically says, you know beginning quote, I respect this man a lot. um and she talks about the Invictus Games, how it has become a surgery of rebirth for both physical and psychological for her personally. Okay. Invictus has become a surgery of rebirth, both physical and psychological for her personally. Okay. Awesome to see that Prince Harry uh, is in contact with this courageous uh, person. And again, I believe that Ukraine is definitely Prince Harry's second adopted country. Joy said Secret Services dropped Orange Man on his face. Is that what happened? Oh, but I saw the video. Okay. I saw the video at least 3 times. And they grabbed him. He looked like getting ready to either run or walk real fast. And dude fell. Okay. He fell. And again, I'm a veteran. I fought for this country. I do not agree with Trump's politics. I can't stand this man, but I wouldn't want to see nothing happen to him. I just wouldn't. Um, but I busted out laughing when he fell. All right. So this picture right here is a picture of Prince Harry. He's getting ready to lay some roses down for fallen soldiers in Ukraine. Hopefully I can upload the video because it is so powerful. Okay, the video like brought me to tears. Okay, like seriously, the video like brought me to tears. Let me see. Hopefully I can upload it. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see what I can work with here. Let's see if I can find it. But yeah, some of the videos that they're showing on TV, the shenanigans that's going on here in the United States, the whole thing's odd because how come in that room half the people is scared, running, flipping tables, and the other half are just sitting at their tables, still chit-chatting, acting like nothing's going on around them. Anybody in the chat notice that? It's just weird. Right? You got people in that room that have absolutely no idea that's going on. They have no idea that there's secret service in the room. Like, it's just, I don't know. It's just odd to me. That's all I'm saying. It's just odd to me. I don't I don't get it. All right. Hopefully wow. So hopefully you guys were able to see the video. Um, that just tugs at my heartstrings. It just really, really does. But again, Prince Harry going out there, making speeches, meeting with global leaders, dignitaries. But one thing about Prince Harry, he is going to definitely make sure that he pays respect to those fallen soldiers. Okay. He's definitely going to make sure that he does that. And I just have so much respect for him. And that's why the military community has so much respect for him as well. All right. Moving on. Next slide. All right. So how many of you guys who are listening, who are in the chat, were aware of this? I mean, there was just so much that happened while Prince Harry was in Ukraine. I mean, just so much that happened. But special, it was special, and it was very, very special, important. So Prince Harry was awarded. Okay, he was awarded um, a symbolic gift. Okay, on behalf of the Ukraine soldiers. So, Ukrainian 12th Special Forces Brigade presented Prince Harry a jewelry for him and the Duchess. All right. As a sign of gratitude for supporting Ukraine, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex was presented a symbolic gift on behalf of, I want to say, Azov. I'm not too sure if I'm saying that right, so I'll go ahead and spell it Azov. Okay. I mean, that is huge, right? These soldiers don't have to do this, right? They don't have to do this. These guys are at war. Okay. These guys are at war. But they felt that it was important that they give the Duke and Duchess of Sussex this gift. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right. And that's just another picture. All right. And that is Prince Harry right there. He was invited again to speak. And again, like I said, he was invited to speak. So Prince Harry participated in an international forum to celebrate 10 years of the Invictus Games in Ukraine. He was joined by the Prime Minister of Ukraine, and he was also joined by the Minister of Veterans Affairs with the Deputy Veteran Russian Um, I'm not able to say this guy's last name, unfortunately. Don't want to be disrespectful. But the Minister of Veterans Affairs was accompanied by her deputy, which is a veteran as well. Okay. So awesome, awesome, awesome. And I believe in this picture, he is actually getting more gifts. More gifts. Can you imagine Harry and Meghan's home in Montecito? I'm pretty sure that they have like a private, huge room that is solely dedicated to the gifts that they give. I'm sorry, to the gifts that they get from people all across the world. It's either a huge room or it's some type of huge closet where they put all the gifts that they give from. I'm sorry, I said it again. From different gifts that they get from people all across the world. I bet that closet or that room is huge. I bet it's huge. All right, next slide. All right. And this is in regards to the same event. Okay, just more pictures. And the people, they wanted to be around Prince Harry. They wanted to be with Prince Harry. They wanted to meet with Prince Harry. Because he is a global ambassador, and the way that Prince Harry has brought the attention back to Ukraine is huge, right? It's priceless. It's like there's just so much going on in the world that people kind of done forgotten about Ukraine and forgotten that Ukraine is still at war with Russia, and there are people who are being killed on a daily basis. How about the children of Ukraine? Think about all of the thousands of children in Ukraine who were kidnapped, right? And they were adopted by Russian families. I mean, that is horrible. But that's what we love about Prince Harry, the way that he uses his platform. He put Ukraine back on the map, right? Now people are like, oh, yeah, Ukraine. They are still at war, which is so unfortunate. It's like, I can't even imagine waking up every day worrying if my house is going to get blown up or not. I mean, can you? I know I can't. But anyway, this picture that you see right here, okay, and I'm talking about the picture that's on the right, the 8th Corps of the Airborne Assault Troops of the Armed Forces of Ukraine presented Prince Harry with their flag and the Corps chevron, a sign of respect, gratitude for the support of Ukraine veterans and the contributions to the development of adaptive sports in Ukraine. Awesome, 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 guys. Isn't that beautiful? All right, next slide. All right, this picture it's a lovely picture. Everybody in this picture giddy. They're like me, right? Giddy. So this picture is Prince Harry with some dignitaries of Ukraine. However, what's special about this picture is that this picture features the EU ambassador to Ukraine. Okay, now that's huge. Huge. Okay, not only has Prince Harry developed meaningful relationships with the current prime minister of Ukraine, the past prime minister of Ukraine, now he has developed and solidified a relationship with the current EU ambassador to Ukraine. That's huge, guys. Huge. Okay. And there she is. All right. There she is. She posted it on her X feed and her Instagram page. Okay. No shame in her game. Okay. She is the EU ambassador to Ukraine. Her name is Katrina, and I dare not try to say her last name, but I'll go ahead and spell it. It's Matherenova. Okay. And this is what she's hearing. Beginning quote: "It is powerful to see a true statesman in today's world. It's refreshing to meet someone with a strong inner compass and the charisma of a leader like Prince Harry." End quote. Bam. And see, this is why they come at him. Okay. This is why they try to assassinate his character. All right. This is why. All right. They don't want positive things like that to be said about Prince Harry. Okay. They want people like this to be saying that about Wank. That's what they want. Next slide. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can pull up this video. But the pictures that you see, again, is just a testament to how impactful Prince Harry's trip to Ukraine was. Okay, he's making speeches at different forums. He's also incorporated the Invictus Games and the Invictus Games Foundation, and he also incorporated Halo. Okay, the Halo Trust was a part of this trip as well, which I'm pretty sure was kind of a surprise to many of us in the Sussex fandom. All right, let's see if I can upload this video. I hope I don't start crying watching this video. Let's see here. All right, here we go. Hope you guys can see this video.
Thank you. Very comfortable. It's a great question. Yeah. No, she should be on the other side.
All right, hopefully you guys were able to see that. Prince Harry, literally walking in his mother's footsteps, Princess Diana. Wow. He continues the legacy. He continues his mother's legacy. When Princess Diana, and I did not know this, I didn't know when Princess Diana was highlighting the mines in Angola, and when she did the famous walk, that she received a lot of negative feedback for that. I wasn't aware of that. So, she didn't care. Lady Di did not care. Okay. But that's a powerful moment. Very, very powerful. Let's see. All right, let me see if I can maneuver this. I think I'm getting better at maneuvering this stream. All it does is take a little practice, right? Take a little practice. So, there you go. Uh, the global prince, the people's prince, global ambassador, humanitarian, Prince Harry, of course, incorporated the Halo Trust during his very impactful trip to Ukraine. And I don't know how many of you guys in the chat and those of you who are listening saw, but they also interviewed a woman who works with the Halo Trust. And she actually, on a daily basis, takes her kids to school, and she helps the Halo Trust find and detonate mines that were hidden and left by the Russian soldiers. It's like, my God, lady. God bless you. Okay? God bless you. All right, next slide. And there she is, Lady Di. There she is. I've said this new in these live podcasts, but I'll never forget the day. The morning, I should say, of Princess Diana's funeral. Well, it was morning here, probably in the UK it was in the afternoon, but I'll just never forget it. I'll never forget getting up that morning, and my mom was up and she was sitting on the couch, and she was watching the funeral, and I mean, she was just boo hoo hooing, okay, snot nose down, crying, real tears, and just really, really, really mourning the death of, I should say, the past of Princess Diana. And my mom said it, and she's said it numerous times, just when she found happiness, they killed her. And my mom really believes in her heart of hearts that the firm, possibly the royal family, had something to do with her passing. And let's just keep in mind, my mother is a Black American. Okay? She's a Black American. And many people feel that way. Excuse me, here in America. All right, moving on. All right, so remember when Prince Harry spoke? When he spoke at the forum, let me pull that back up. Hold on. Oh my God, my feed is just looking so crazy with the shenanigans that's going on here in my country. Oh my God, it's crazy, guys. It's crazy. I mean, it's I'm sorry. I'm like speechless right now because I'm sorry. I'm just looking at my X page and it's bananas right now. But anyway, back to when Prince Harry spoke at the Key Security Forum. Okay. I didn't bring it up earlier, but I'll bring it up now. Okay. When Prince Harry addressed the United States, he addressed the US leaders, right, to hold up their obligations to supporting Ukraine in this war against Russia. And he put Putin on blast as well. Of course, when Donald Trump was in the Oval Office speaking to the press, British reporter had to ask Trump what he felt about Prince Harry's comments. Now, I thought Trump's response was very mild mannered. Okay, I did. I thought it was very mild mannered. Okay, he started off by asking how Prince Harry was doing, and of course, some people laughed. Okay, and then he said, please give my regards to his wife. And then he went on to say that, Prince Harry doesn't speak for the UK, he speaks for the UK, blah, blah, blah. Okay. But then he went on to say that he actually appreciated Prince Harry's advice. It was good advice. When it comes to Trump, you never know where he's coming from or what he means. But at the end of the day, he was being sarcastic. However, it was a very mild-mannered response. It really honestly was. Now, like I previously, Prince Harry did take ITV News with him. I don't think I said this previously. I think previously I said Prince Harry actually had a royal gossip hack accompany him on his trip to Ukraine. Okay. This royal gossip hack is from ITV News. Okay. And the royal gossip hack is Chris Ship. Okay. Now, I know that you know that I know that you know that I definitely know that none of us like Chris Ship. Chris Shifty Ship. Okay. Mr. Taliban man. Mr. Taliban man. Okay. Because that's exactly how weird and crazy these royal reporters are. Okay. When Prince Harry wrote in Spell, the number of Taliban that he unlived. Okay. Chris Shifty Ship actually supported the Taliban. Okay. He actually showed favoritism towards the Taliban. That's how weird and crazy and how much of a nut job these rural gossip hacks are. Okay. He actually felt bad for the Taliban. He actually sympathized with the Taliban just because Prince Harry named, or I should say disclosed, the count of the number of Taliban soldiers he unalived. Chris Shifty Ship, in order to make Prince Harry look bad, he actually showed empathy for the Taliban. That's exactly what he did. Okay. That's how much of a whack job these royal reporters are. So, and then, just the way Chris reports on the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, he tries to do it from both sides, right? He tries to present himself like he's this fair reporter when he's not. Usually when he reports on them, he's very, in my opinion, comes across as sarcastic, very petty. He's always got some type of snark comment, right? When he's reporting about them, in my personal opinion. Sorry, I'm trying to read you guys' comments and talk at the same time. But I want to highlight your guys' comments. But anyway, Chris Ship accompanied Prince Harry on his trip to Ukraine. And one thing I want to point out real fast is, damn, Prince Harry looks so sexy in a beanie. Okay, this man, he needs his own beanie line. He really, really, really does. Because he looks so hot in a beanie. I mean, this man can wear a beanie, okay? But anyway, so back to Trump. Of course, the UK press blew up what Trump said in response to Prince Harry's comments. Keep in mind, Prince Harry did not name Trump, okay? He said US leaders. But anyway, we had some right in the American setup, and I'm pretty sure that there were some right-wing UK people in the press that tried to blow up. Trump dissed Prince Harry, this, that, and the other. However, there were a number of conservative UK press media folks who absolutely did not appreciate Trump saying that he spoke for the UK. So that was good to see as well. So anyway, what you see on your screen right here, this is what I love about Prince Harry. Okay, he understands that he has this huge platform. Okay, he understands that he is a global leader. He understands that he was born to do this. Okay, beginning quote, "We need to feel empowered to speak truth to power." Okay, that is what he told Chris Ship. Okay, and he's basically telling Chris Ship that people want to see an end to the conflict and the endless division. We do. People across the world do want to see an end to this conflict. Just like people across the world want to see an end to the conflict in Gaza. Just like people across the world want to see an end to the conflict in Iran. Okay, this world is on fire right now. Okay? And it's extra fire here in the United States. But this world as a whole is on fire right now. All right? And we need global leaders, global humanitarians like Prince Harry to speak out. These people cannot be silent. No, they can't be silent. They need to speak up and speak out. He's right. People need to feel empowered to speak to power, and that is what he is using his platform for. Okay? That is what he is using his platform for, and that's what he's supposed to do. Okay? But the naysayers and the derangers and the royal family, they don't want Prince Harry to do this. Okay? When you hear them say, oh, Prince Harry, he shouldn't be diving into politics. Who is he to be diving into politics? Prince Harry is the perfect person to be speaking up and speaking out. He said it. He said that he's not there as a politician. He is there as a soldier, and he's there as a human being. Again, when you hear them say Prince Harry shouldn't be doing this and he shouldn't be saying that, and he shouldn't be going here and he shouldn't be going there, they're saying that because they're mad that Prince William is not doing it. Okay? They're mad because Wank is not doing it. What is Wank doing? What, on his 5th, 6th holiday? That's what y'all paying for. Okay? No, UK, United Kingdom, monarchists, taxpayers did not pay for Prince Harry's trip to Ukraine. This is a public service announcement. This is a public service announcement to the monarchies. World gossip hacks like Duncan. World gossip hacks like Chris Ship, Brokeback Becky, Nicholas split ends, Roya. Taxpayers did not pay for Prince Harry's trip to Ukraine. That's what they're mad about. That's what they're upset about. They want Prince William to be doing that. All right, next slide. So, when I found out that Chris Shifty Ship had accompanied Prince Harry on this trip, I was like, trust me, that's exactly how my face looked. Okay? That's exactly how my face looked. But then I thought to myself, I was like, Special K, you need to chill, girl. You need to chill. Prince Harry knows what he's doing. Okay? Prince Harry knows what he's doing. All right. And when you think about it, when I say they, I mean the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, right? It probably is a good idea for them to do interviews with perceived friendly news media outlets and perceived unfriendly news media outlets. I put it to you like this, right? President Barack Obama. President Barack Obama would do interviews with CNN, okay, who was I think it's safe to say, friendly, pro-Obama news media outlet, right? And then he would go on news and do an interview, which many would perceive as a not so friendly news media outlet, okay? You got to expose yourself to audiences that are not friendly towards you, okay? Because there may be people in that audience who, may be objective or who may actually were against you, but actually listened to what you had to say and agreed with it. So, again, Prince Harry is making moves that his family is not. Okay? King Charles, Prince William, those guys are only going to give exclusives to friendly royal reporters that tote the line. Okay? Right? Royal reporters crack me up when they talk about they got an exclusive. An exclusive. Yeah, you got an exclusive because you done sign that contract. You done sign that invisible contract to where you're not going to report or write anything negative about King Charles, Prince William, Queen Calcilla. That's why you got that exclusive. Prince Harry is doing the opposite. Okay. All right. Woo! Let me hurry up. This is a long podcast. I guess it's long because, I haven't done one in such a long time and I missed you guys. All right, so now we're going to talk about the Australian trip, okay? Because I hadn't done a live podcast and I hadn't talked about the Australian trip. The very, very beginning of the live podcast was a part of the Australian trip. Okay. But I kind of messed that up. Oops, my bad. But the Australian trip, it was a success, right? They knocked it out the park. Okay. Grand slam. I mean, they grand slam the Australian trip, right? Right? I mean, even I was a little surprised by the huge positive response that the Duke and Duchess of Sussex got. Okay. I mean, I knew that, that there are Australians that absolutely adore the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. I know within the fam, and when I say the fam, I'm talking about the Success Squad, that there are plenty of Australian squatties. So I wasn't that surprised, but I was a little surprised at the huge response in regards to people showing up to see them. Excuse me. Let me take a drink of water real quick. But that Australian trip, they knocked it out the park. Okay. Imagine if those two appeared on a balcony in front of a crowd. My God. I honestly think that Prince William would have stroked out. Like, for real. I think he would have stroked out. It would have been breaking news that he was in the hospital. Okay. Because they dang near got that type of response at the Royal Children's Hospital. Right. But yeah, Success Squad, that we couldn't have asked for a better business trip. Okay. We honestly couldn't have. That's how successful the business trip to Australia was. I mean, look at that. Okay. At the World Children's Hospital, the reason why it's set up the way it was set up was based on demand. Okay. They had to open the hospital up because the people wanted to see the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. You got to give the people what they want, and that's what the people wanted. Okay. And like, did you guys see the videos? I don't have a video, but did you guys see the video of when they did like an aerial shot of the whole hospital and the levels? I think there were like 4 levels of that hospital that were crowded, right? Just full of people trying to get a glance of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. I mean, that was bananas. Bananas. Okay. I mean, I heard, when they first walked in there, I heard sound like a little boy. He was just screaming Harry's name. I don't think Harry heard him, because I'm pretty sure if Harry heard him, Harry would have turned around. But I mean, the people wanted to see them. Okay. I mean, that people just got it. And this couple has got it. They do it better than those other royals. They do. They do it better. It's just natural to them. They have natural charisma. They're charming, right? You want to be in their aura. Okay. I love the dress that Meghan had on. Okay. And I heard that dress sold out again. Okay. She's worn that dress before to Australia, right? Australian designer, Karen McGee, right? Sold out again. Okay. I mean, that hospital was packed. I believe that there was maybe three levels, 3 floors, 3 or 4. I mean, just packed, full of people. Okay. They did that because they knew the demand. They knew the demand. Do you guys see some of the interviews that they did outside the hospital? People were just giddy to see them. These guys do it better. They engage better than the mother royals. It comes across as genuine. Okay. I mean, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. All right. Next slide. And Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. Just like how Prince Harry's trip to Ukraine, impactful, right? I mean, he had an agenda, okay? And the scheduled events and the corporations of the speaking engagements and the different activities, very impactful. Duchess Meghan, she leaves the Royal Children's Hospital and goes to a domestic violence women's shelter and helps serve lunch. Okay? Impactful. And let's keep in mind, these guys were on the airplane for how many hours? Excuse me. I heard it was like a 13-hour plane ride, 14-hour plane ride. And they get off the plane and head straight to the Royal Children's Hospital. My God. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. Oh, no. But one of the ladies commented about how beautiful Meghan was. The mother royals, they don't want to hear that. No, they don't want to hear that. They rather focus on drama, made up drama. The Duchess, how dare she go to the women's domestic violence shelter, dressed in expensive clothes, and she wore the Cartier watch, Princess Diana's Cartier watch that cost thousands and thousands of pounds. Just so disrespectful. These people are stupid. You're a bunch of weirdos. Okay, so you mean to tell me that Duchess Meghan, it's okay for her to wear quote unquote expensive clothes and expensive jewelry to a Royal Children's Hospital, but when she visits women who are victims of domestic violence, she's supposed to dress down? Does that make any sense to you? Huh? What type of message would that send to those women at the domestic violence shelter? See, these guys, their hatred and their disdain for Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, makes them dumb. It makes them dumb. Next slide. All right, more. Oh, this picture is just a testament, and it's just validation and how much the Australian crowd was loving the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. I mean, it came to a point to where they basically had to do a walkabout, right? Right? It got to the point to basically they were kind of forced to do a walkabout. Let's see if I can upload this video just to show you guys how much, they were loved and people wanted to see them. The people of Australia wanted to see the Duke and Duchess of Sussex cope. All right, let's see. See if I can pull this video up. I've been doing pretty good, huh? All right. Let's see. What I'm doing right now, guys, I'm trying to see if I can find the video of when the Duke and Duchess of Sussex basically ended up kind of doing a small walkabout. All right. I know I went I know Prince Harry and Meghan's security, the private security, you know those guys worked, right? You know those guys, man, I know when them guys got home, they probably slept for about 2 days straight. Because when the crowds like literally started walking up to the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, I know somebody on that security team probably was about to stroke out. I'll just play it. You know, those guys are very highly trained. So they probably were expecting it. And I know that they were very, very prepared for it. But just to be on that type of heightened alert, Jesus. But here's a video that I saw on TikTok. I want you guys to check out.
Also from Tassie? Who's from Tassie here? Was it a girls' trip? Are you celebrating something?
I like doing a line. We will, thank you.
Have you all been friends for years?
No.
You don't know each other?
No, I'd rather.
You're on a golf trip?
Can we get a selfie?
Me again?
You're in it.
The people was loving them. When word got out where Prince Harry and Meghan was at, people jumped in their cars and was gone. Right? They would jumped in their cars, was like, let's go. Let's see if we can get a glimpse of Prince Harry and Meghan. You know, the Australian people, I mean, they literally bitch slapped the UK press. Right? The UK press has been preaching, writing all of these horrific articles, crucifying, vilifying, dehumanizing the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, especially Meghan, making it seem like that she is the most hated person in the world. You know, and the Australian people said, you guys do not speak for us. You guys do not speak for us, UK press. You don't speak for us. Now, you know, I'm not ignorant to the fact that yes, there were some Australian press who were negative about the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Of course, right? I mean, Murdoch, he is Australian, right? And you know, we all know that he definitely controls a lot of the Australian and UK press. But I just loved it. I love to see it that the UK press, the ones that were out there, who really tried to get next to the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, and actually one Australian reporter did, right? The bald-headed guy, I forgot what his name is, who did the selfie with Prince Harry, and Prince Harry noticed him, right, and asked the guy why was he smiling all the time, this, that, and the other. That was great to see. That was great to see. Think about it. Prince Harry was engaging with the press, the Australian press. Okay. You royal gossip hacks, aka Royal Rhoda, if you guys would just report the facts, Prince Harry would probably be engaging with you too, right? But anyway, I mean, I'm very proud of Australia. And I have a friend um, who goes to Australia a lot, actually. Uh-huh. She does. And the reason why she does is because her husband's Australian. But she was telling me that Sydney is just absolutely beautiful. And that her and her husband were seriously thinking about moving to Sydney, Australia. But I love that picture. And then, of course, we're very familiar with this picture as well. Excuse me. Let me take the drink of water. We all know what happened at the beach in Australia, the horrific massacre of, of the Jewish citizens that were at the beach. And the young people that you see in this picture are actually heroes, right? They're actually heroes. They came, they met the call of help when people were getting shot at and people were getting hurt at the beach. Uh, and I thought it was great that Prince Harry and Meghan, met with these young people, who are lifeguards. And, they put their lives on the line to help their fellow citizens. And that was a beautiful thing to see. Again, that's what I love about the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. When they go on these business trips, their business trips are very impactful, right? Very impactful. Um, they have a set agenda, and I love the way that they schedule um, their, what's the word I'm looking for? I love the way that they schedule their activities. You know, whether if it's speaking engagements or volunteering at a shelter, um, meeting with people who have done heroic things to put a spotlight on that. I mean, these two just got it. They don't need any royal courtier. They don't need no royal staff, right? They don't need no advice from some royal communication person. They have all the right people around them. Okay. So awesome, awesome. Oops. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right. All right, next slide. I thought this was so cute. The people of Australia were loving Prince Harry and Meghan. And not only was it just the people of Australia, the dogs were too. Right? Isn't that cute? Isn't that so cute? See, it's random moments like this. One of the reasons why these two are so special. Right? Randoms, moments like this. Right? You can't fake this. You can't. Okay? You can't stage this. This is a random moment. Love it. Next slide. All right. All right. So, the women's retreat, an absolute smash, right? The women's retreat was an absolute smash. Very, very successful, right? We had quite a few Australian squatties that went. Okay. And unfortunately, there was about 3 or 4 Australian squatties that were targeted by the Daily Mail. Okay. Uh, I wasn't surprised. I wasn't surprised about that at all. Ever since the Duke and Duchess of Sussex announced the Australian trip, the British press put a huge target on their trip. I mean, they vilified the trip, right? Nothing but stories about this Australian trip, right? 3, 4, 5 articles a day about how horrible this trip to Australia was going to be and why Prince Harry and Meghan should not be going on this Australian trip, right? They shouldn't go, right? Not only did they target squatties, but they targeted the organ of the women's retreat, okay? Gemma targeted her every day, trashing her, targeting her, right? Targeting the hotel, saying that the hotel wasn't finished, right? Then they started lying, saying that the tickets hadn't sold out. I mean, it was just brutal. Brutal. The Daily Mail, they're terrorists. I'm telling you right now, the Daily Mail are terrorists. They are. They are terrorists. They terrorize people. They terrorize people that are connected to the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Terrorize people to the point to have miscarriages. And they have mental health breakdowns. That's what happened to this young lady. But she soldiered on. She was like, I'm not going to let them beat me. I'm not going to do it. And I could have swore she hinted that she was going to have some legal action against the Daily Mail for the terrorist, dehumanizing, crucifying, vilifying, lying articles that they wrote about her and about this woman's retreat. Okay, so hopefully that's what happens. God bless her. I'm glad she was able to soldier on. And like she said, it was worth it. It really, really was. It was worth it. The lies, saying Meghan got paid for this and Prince Harry got paid for that, yada, 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 yada. First of all, it ain't none of they mother business. Today's the Lord's day. Today's the Lord's day, so I'm not going to cuss. All right? But it's none of nobody's business how much money they got paid. Okay? You could do charity work and then get paid for something else. I don't know why they acted stupid. Okay? But the women's retreat, life, those women had fun. They had a good time. It was sold out. Point blank period. Okay, they tried to lie, talk about was it sold out just because there were some rooms available a couple of days before. Hello, the hotel made some extra rooms available because it was sold out. Okay. There were other speakers there. Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, was one of many featured speakers. Okay. Then they would talk about lying, talk about she only stayed there for 30 minutes. Dude, it would have took more than 30 minutes to take pictures with the VIPs. Okay. It's like, do you guys not hear yourself? Okay. Meghan was there for about 2.5 hours. She was there long enough. Okay. She was there long enough. It's obvious a lot of hater reporters have never been to a retreat. Okay. Have I ever been to a retreat? No. No, but I'm pretty sure I understand what a women's retreat, any type of retreat, is like. Right? You're pampered. You have access to beautiful scenery. There's all types of activities that you can do. You know what I mean? spa treatment, all kinds of stuff, right? Access to free food, champagne. Somebody who attended said that the Moet was everywhere, that they was able to drink Moet all day long, right? And that the food was fabulous. 5-star gourmet dishes, just access to everything, dancing, having a good old time, the beautiful scenery. But I mean, the Daily Mail, they are terrorists. If you're connected to the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, they're going to terrorize you. Okay, and they're going to attack your character. And that's exactly what they did to Gemma. The Daily Mail, seriously, they need to be investigated for that. If she can connect her miscarriage to that, it'd be hard to do, but still, just all the lies that they told, and it turned out to be very, very successful. It really honestly did. And Australia's Who of Who was there, and which makes sense. People who afford the tickets bought tickets. People who wanted to be there and that could afford the tickets bought tickets. Right? It is what it is. One thing I noticed, you got a lot of women in Australia who are tall. And then this bomb dropped, America. Megan is going to appear on MasterChef Australia. You saw how giddy those people were? Excuse me. Let me take another drink of water. Megan's come full circle, right? Because she actually was a judge on, was it Top Chef that she was on? Let me know in the chat. But I know that Megan was a judge on one of the cooking shows out here in the United States. It was a long time ago. I want to say it was either Top Chef or was it Chopped? Was it Junior Chopped? Where the kids cook and you judge the kids per round, and whatever kid doesn't make it gets chopped. I think that's what Megan judged. But we see Megan on Rachel Ray, right? We see Megan on the Today Show cooking. So Megan obviously and hosts. But I know a lot of Australians were very, very excited and happy and very surprised to hear that she was going to be a guest judge on MasterChef Australia. All right. So, that Australian trip, business trip was a success. They know it. You know it. I know it. It was a success. No matter how much the naysayers try to spin it like it wasn't a success. People have eyes, right? People have eyes, right? And what I loved about the Australian press was, yeah, you had some pockets of naysayers and, some reporters being negative, but overall, the press was positive and the press was very giddy. Okay. And very happy to see them in Australia. I hope Meghan and Harry go back to Australia soon. I do. And I really hope I hope they go to New Zealand and I hope they go to Fiji. That'll be bananas. Right, guys? Wouldn't that be bananas if they go to New Zealand? All right. So here, Harry and Meghan's Australian tour shows what the royal family is missing. There you go. And that's from the Telegraph. Okay. I don't like the Telegraph. They flip and flop. One article, they're praising Harry and Meghan. The next article, they're totally vilifying them, crucifying them. I guess that's the game, right? That's the game that they play, right? That's the game that they play. And you also have to remember a lot of these articles that are written about Harry and Meghan, they're opinion pieces, right? They're opinion pieces. So whoever the writer is, if the writer is somebody who can't stand him, well, then it's going to be a negative article. If it's somebody who either likes them or somebody who's fair, then, their opinion more than likely is going to be in positive. So it is what it is with that. Does Victoria Ward, does she work for the Telegraph? I think her name is Victoria. You guys know what I'm talking about? Or does she work for Sunday Times? Anyway, she was in Australia. Yeah, she was in Australia just running after Harry and Meghan. Like she was like out of breath. It's like, woman, why is you running behind Harry and Meghan? When you write all those negative articles about them, why is you running behind them? And there was another Australian royal gossip hack. She's often on the Sun that does the YouTube royal show. You guys know what I'm talking about. With Matt, little Maddie. I think his last name is Wilkerson. This Australian royal gossip hack. She's a blonde. She's blonde headed. It's not Samara. I can't stand that bitch. Oh God, I can't stand Samara. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but she's blonde. But she reported on Harry and Meghan, and I mean, she was like, you know what? Report what I see. She was like, and what I see is the Australian crowd loves Harry and Meghan. She was like, I'm sorry, but I got to report what I see. She was like, I've literally seen people like running behind them. She was like, I literally see people who are very, very happy to see them. She was like, I've talked to numerous people who are happy that they're in Australia. She was like, I got to report what I see. She was like, there's no booing. She was like, nobody's throwing eggs. She was like, it is what it is. And I thought to myself, ooh, girl, you done lost your job at the Sun. We ain't going to see you no more on Matt Wilkerson's royal YouTube channel show. No. I was thinking to myself, we're not going to see that girl no more. All right. So we all know the Meghan effect, right? The Meghan Markle effect lights up Australian fashion again. Look, at the end of the day, Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, makes designers money. Okay? If she puts her stamp of approval on it, or if she advertises it, or if she suggests it, people gonna buy it. She's that influential. All right, I'm gonna pull up another video. If you guys hear anything, that's my Yorkie. He wants to come out and he's not coming out. No. He can be mad all he wants. All right, let's see. I'm going to show you guys a video. It's another video that I found on TikTok. Oops. Talking about the Meghan effect, positive effect in Australia. Now, remember, there were certain media outlets that were crucifying her because they were saying, she was advertising the clothes that she wears while she was visiting the survivors of the horrific massacre that happened on the beach. But this is what these Australians had to say about the Meghan effect.
About the act Meghan Markle has had on these brands. So it's really important that we do. This is having financial impact on our economy and also helping these brands build their profile internationally. Apparently, Google searches for Meghan Markle Australian fashion in Australia are up 2,800%.
Wow. And I think we just need to contextualize in this sea of what is often, to your point, Ree, hate and ridicule, is someone who converts commercially very, very well. And we had another quote from Julia from Friends with Frank, on what is often dubbed the Meghan effect. We sold out of both styles that Meghan wore within 48 hours of her wearing them and have now put them on pre-order due to demand. We've also seen a clear uptick in website traffic with significantly higher international interest than usual, alongside strong engagement and buzz on social media. The Instagram post featuring Meghan in our pieces quickly became our highest performing social post to date.
Meghan also wore St. Agni, P. Johnson, Camilla Remarque, Karen G. An interesting tidbit from that is that a lot of the brands that she wore have now updated their SEO product descriptions to say that piece was worn by Meghan Markle. So when you're searching for it, it comes up in the short product overview that you see before you
I love that.
click into the item.
Go team, go.
I mean, it is what it is, right? It is what it is, guys. It's interesting how one of the podcasters said, how all of the hate that's reported she said it's interesting how all of the hate that is reported in the press towards Meghan ends up, converting into mass dollars in regards to revenue for these designers, right? And she's right. It's interesting. You got all of this mass hate that's reported in the press about her. However, despite all of that mass hate, she is able to have massive influence that converts literally into millions of dollars for these designers. That's called power. Okay. All right. Excuse me. The Australian designers, they're going to want her to come back to Australia real soon, right? Like real soon. All right, guys. So we've come to our Shut Up Fool segment. It's been a while since I've done a Shut Up Fool segment, but I had to get this fool. Okay. Esther, she called me up and she was like, niece, I know that you've been paying attention to Harry and Meghan business trip in Australia. She was like, but girl, she was like, I done read some things in the press and I just couldn't help but say to myself, that fool needs to shut up. And I was like, Auntie, who you talking about? And she was like, the fool, the royal reporter that got like 10 stomachs and 4 chins and he could barely breathe. She's like, I'm talking about that fool. And I was like, oh, okay. The Royal Gossip Hack, Robert Jobson. Is it Jobson or Jobson? I want to say Jobson, right? And he wasn't the only one. I mean, there were quite a few idiots, right, that were just saying some horrible things. I mean, trashing Australia, right? Just trashing Australia, trashing the designers. Now, I just played you a video of some young women, Australian podcasters, right, who were talking about the Meghan effect and how Meghan's star power converted into millions for these Australian designers. Okay. And you had people like Robert Jobson or Jobson, however you say his last name. Who's the other sorry individual? Ingrid Seward, right? Just trashing Australian designers, saying that the clothes that Meghan wore were ugly. That mad. They were that mad that the Australian trip was that successful. Okay. Taking it out on the Australian people and taking it out on the Australian designers, saying that their Australian people are dumb. Okay. They're dumb. They're dumb for supporting Harry and Meghan. All right. But for this Shut Up Fool segment, we're going to dedicate this to rural reporter Robert Jobson or Jobson. Okay, because he deserves it. Okay. So hopefully a lot of you guys were able to listen to the interview that he did with the BBC Radio, where he got mad. Did you guys hear that interview? Oh my God. That was hilarious. He got mad, right? Got big mad at the BBC Radio interviewer because she was just letting him know, hey, Harry and Meghan are having a successful Australian trip. And he tried to tie it into the Constitution and, you know, that the king, it's his realm. And he brought up the security, the taxpayers pay the security. Well, we all found out that that wasn't necessarily true, right? Australian taxpayers didn't pay for security. Prince Harry and Meghan had their own security. Okay, they brought their own security. And in regards to the police, right, the Victorian police and the Melbourne police, they showed up for the public. Okay, they were there for the public, right? Crowd control, just like they would do with any famous person. Okay, when the crowds got big, the police showed up, right? They were kind of a distant. They weren't like right up in people's faces, but they were monitoring, they were watching. That stuff is already budgeted. Okay, that type of police duty is already budgeted. It's already in the budget. Okay, that was already in the yearly budget for that. So he was trying to argue with this BBC radio interviewer and yada, yada, yada. And she was bringing up facts to him. She was pointing out facts. He didn't want to hear it. He didn't want to hear it. And then he said that the Australian people, they were dumb and that they would show up to an opening of an envelope. Then he actually compared Australia to Nazi Germany. Wow. That was horrible. Okay. I'm surprised he didn't get more pushback from that. Really am. Okay. You compared Australia to Nazi Germany just because the Australian people love Prince Harry and Meghan. That's how weird those royal gossip hacks are. That's how, what's the word I'm looking for? You talk about a MAGA cult, right? That's what they are. These royal gossip hacks like Robert Jobson or Jobson, they're like a MAGA cult. They will say anything about anybody who likes Prince Harry and Meghan. Okay. So yes, Robert Jobson, with your 10 stomachs and your 4 chins. Aunt Esther said, shut up, fool. Okay. Coming for the sexist squad. You guys see that? He was coming for the sexist squad. It's like, don't these rural so-called journalists, they don't realize how petty and juvenile they look getting into a girl fight with a fan base? Because that's what we are, right, Squatties? We're a fan base. We're like we're a version of the Beehive, right? What's another fan base? You guys understand what I'm saying? Like we're a fan base. But you know what makes us different from all of the other fan bases? We have power. And we have influence. That's what makes us different. Right, Sexist Squad? And they know it. Ah! Ah! All right. So Mother's Day is coming up, guys, right? Mother's Day is coming up. And as ever has introduced the Mother's Day collection. I've bought mine already because I want mine to come on time. I think you have until April 30th if you want to buy something for your mother or, somebody in your life who was a mother figure. So if you want to buy this Mother's Day collection and for it to arrive on time before Mother's Day, you need to get it by, I believe, April 30th. I was on the website a few times and I would go on there one time and it would say stuff was sold out. And then I'd go back on there again. And then, the items were available. So apparently they definitely are monitoring the sales. And they're meeting this great, which is great. So, get your mom or your grandma or your auntie or who's ever been a mother figure in your life, get the sweetest mom set. I don't want to give too much away. I don't think my mom listens to my podcast. So, but anyway, I'm pretty sure she knows that if As Ever is doing a Mother's Day collection, that I'll definitely buy it for her. All right. As ever, Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, doing big things. Big things. She's got total control of her company now, which is great. It was disclosed during the Australian trip that some As Ever products will be available in Australia. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right. So Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, on her Instagram page. I'm so glad that she has an Instagram page. Right? She had posted on her Instagram page, and I thought this was just awesome. She's letting us know where she's at, right? She's letting us know, she's communicating with us how she's doing and how she's feeling. And I just absolutely loved this post on her Instagram page. Let me put my glasses on so I can read it. Leo, how many Leos in the house? How many squatties are Leos? I'm a Libra. I'm not a Leo. So Leo squatties, and I know there's a difference between a male Leo and a female Leo, but this is what Megan Duchess of Sussex posted. Leo, the tension between who you actually are and what the world around you was willing to see has been exhausting in a way that is hard to explain to people who have not lived it. Your confidence took its hit. It has no bruising, no business taking. Ooh, let me write it again. Your confidence took it had no business taking. You question your creative direction, your spotlight, your worth. So that means that she's at that place, guys. Right? She was at a place where she was questioning her confidence and she was questioning her creative direction. She was questioning her worth. Okay. April 25th, the pressure lifts. You get the space to just exist without fighting for it. Wow. Wow. Well, that's awesome, Duchess Megan. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So April 25th, which was yesterday, was a good day for her. That is awesome. You know, it makes me feel for her. And more than anything, it definitely makes me relate more to her because we've all been there, right? We've all been there where, you know, our confidence does take a hit, right? We do question ourselves. We do question our worth. Okay. But apparently yesterday, that pressure was lifted for her. And now she's in a space where she is no longer fighting to just exist. You go, girl. You go, girl. All right, guys. So we have come to the end of the podcast. Yeah. I know this was a long podcast. I know it was long. We had a lot of things to cover, and you know, it's been a while since I've done a podcast. But again, I am so proud of Prince Harry. I'm proud of the moves that he's making. He truly is a natural born global leader, a man, and he definitely gets it from his mama. Okay. I don't have to tell you that the Australian business trip, was a success. It was a huge success. And trust me, designers from other countries, they're going to want Duchess Meghan to come to their country and wear their clothes. Okay. It is what it is. It is what it is. All right, guys. I'm going to go ahead and end this live podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget, if you're going to buy your mama something from As Ever, please go ahead and purchase it by April 30th. Okay? Okay. All right, guys. Now that I'm doing better and basically healed and recovered, I will do my best to do more live podcasts. Had fun. I hope you guys had fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I was getting ready to say something and I lost concentration. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and end this podcast, guys. Don't forget to hydrate, right? Don't forget to hydrate. Somebody just reminded me. Prince Archie and Princess Littlebet, their birthdays are coming up. Okay, Prince Archie's birthday is coming up real soon, May 6th. Okay, so I do believe that we do have a fundraiser that's happening. Make sure you check out Sussex Community Events. Okay, check out Sussex Community Events. She is also on Instagram. Okay, so you guys know we love to do fundraising around their birthdays, so make sure you check that out. All right. So again, don't forget to hydrate, feed the chickens, right? And no bad energy, guys. No bad energy. All right, let me go ahead and let me see. I'm gonna go ahead and queue up. Let's see. Wait, hold on. Oh Lord, I hope I didn't take down my ending song here, because I know you guys love the battle cry song that I usually end up with, that I usually end the podcast with. Let's see. That's what I'm looking for. No, that ain't it. Nope, that ain't it. Let's see. Still looking. No. I didn't realize I had that many videos on here. Let's see. Still looking. Okay. I think I found it. All right, let's try this one. Again, thank you guys for listening. Maintain your mental health. And I will see you guys next time. All right. All right. Hey, don't forget to hit me up on X and on Instagram. Bye.